Hello. Hi. Can everybody hear me okay? Welcome to tonight's stream. So, thanks for joining me. I have already been doing quite a bit of writing this afternoon. Um, I am not full-time as an author. I'm only part-time, and my day job is a school counselor. So, this week is our spring break, which is exciting. So, my plan is to pack as much of this week with writing as I can without like getting exhausted and everything. I still want to do some self-care since I'm on break from work, but that is my plan for this week. So I've already done a fair bit of writing today. Jen is here. Hi, Jen. Welcome to the stream. Spring break. That is amazing. Yes, it is super, super nice. I will say, working in public education, I kind of wish that we were on a year-round system just so the time was spread out better, because I feel like we go until we are all utterly exhausted, and then we get like a week off, like the spring break. And by the time we are just getting recharged at the end of that week, we have to go again. So I kind of wish that we'd spread it out a little more. I wouldn't mind even working through the summer, just if everything was spread out a little better. But I am glad for the break because it means that I can time it for book 3. So I'm writing book 3. So it all works out in the end. So I'm just happy to be on break. I am already really tired. I think it's because of daylight savings. That was an adjustment. So I'm still not used to it being kind of light outside still, and I'm adjusting to that. But happy for the break, excited to write, and I am continuing to work on book 3. So I am currently sitting at 16,266 words. So earlier today, actually, I started at 15,484. So I've already gained quite a bit. Working on a second story edits today, draft 4. It's coming around the corner. So, Jen, your book is out on May 11th, and book 2 for me comes out May 30th. So that is really not that far away for either of us. It's starting to get to crunch time a little bit for me as well. I'm starting to feel the pressure of that. My editor finishes up this week, so I'm hoping to get her feedback the end of this week, and then over the weekend try and take a deep look at it and maybe do some edits so that by the end of next week I'll have finalized, for the most part, the interior of the book and can start formatting and stuff, because my cover designer is only a couple weeks away as well. So everything just starts to go when I hit this stage of publishing. It's really exciting because I start to feel a whole lot better about where I am, but it is a whole lot of prep right now, and I'm drafting. So just a lot of things. Daylight savings is the most annoying. It totally took me out today. Yes. I do like having the longer evenings, but I definitely was missing a little bit of that overnight sleep. So it's 8 weeks away and I'm freaking out. It will all come together. I promise you, Jen. You feel like and I mean, there is a lot to do. You feel like there's still so much more to be doing, but once it hits and you've got the book as polished as you can get it'll all come together, I promise. I'm super excited for your book, second story. Super excited for that. Cannot wait for it to hit shelves. What is everybody else working on? Anybody else around to join in on the fun? I'm excited to hear about everybody's projects. Okay, so I finished getting set up. I haven't been going live on my social media in a little while. I was doing that for a really long time. And when I finished with my challenges where I tried to increase my follower count and my engagement on all of those platforms, I've kind of stopped along the way. So tonight, it was just me getting Finn to sleep. He's still kind of up. I can hear him rolling around down the hall. But for now, it's just live stream on Sundays. No more stressing about social media. I'm slowly getting back into a little bit more of that. I'm trying to decide what I can balance and really get like a good strategy going, because up to this point, I didn't really have like a social media strategy or even much of a marketing strategy. So a lot of that has changed recently for me. So I'm fine tuning what I can do with my social media. And I do plan to make an entire video for YouTube that's about everything I do to market my books and like my social media strategy. So planning to get some of that coming to you guys super soon. Thank you, Jen. I think it might just be me in the chat. I think maybe it is. It looks like there's somebody else on with us, but it may just be us for now. So I am super excited to get back to writing. Like I said, I've already got like 1,000 words in for the day. I'm hoping to get another 1,000 or so in this evening because I don't have to worry about waking up early in the morning. So my plan is to stay up a little later and just see how long we can go. Not on the stream. I don't want to make the stream like surprisingly any longer than it normally is, but I'll be up writing after the stream. So I'm starting at 16,266 words for the night. So we are going to do our first 20-minute sprint. So let me get, not that one, get our timer up. Aha. There we are. I kind of like this view a little better. Okay, so there is our timer. We got first sprint. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you're not already. Most of you that have been joining are super sweet, and you have been, so thank you so much for that. I definitely appreciate it, and it's been really fun chatting with you guys in the stream, in the comments, online, everywhere else. So thank you. We are going to go ahead and start with our first 20-minute sprint of the night. Drum roll. Okay, best of luck, you guys. 1, 2, 3, sprint. All right. So, how did everybody do? Ooh, I need to write down my count. Speaking of how everybody did, I am at 16,862 words overall. So, 862. So, that puts me at 596 for the sprint. Woo! I am pretty pleased with that. I started to kind of get my groove going and really moving through. So that was good. Phoebes joined. I don't know that they're still around, but hello, welcome. Oh, there she is. Hello, I always check streams as they end, so it's cool being able to actually do a full session instead of just one sprint. Yes, you hopped on right as we started the first sprint, so welcome. Welcome to the stream. I do this every Sunday at 8:20. What is everybody? So we've talked a little about what everyone's writing tonight. Does everybody have a beverage for the night? I have my normal tea. It is kind of like a hibiscus tea. It's not my favorite. It's really sweet. So I think I might switch here in a little bit. It's one of those teas that I think somebody gave me some packets, like in maybe a gift box. I don't know. I think it came with some stuff. So it's not something I would have picked for myself, but it was something that wasn't the norm in there. I may end up having to switch to something with more caffeine in it also because I'm kind of tired, but I really want to get some writing done. I've been itching to do that. So we'll see. May switch here in a little bit. Glad you can be here. I am so glad that you can be here also. I have my water. I also have my water. Believe it or not, it's this giant jug. It's a hydro flask. A while back when I was really like marathon training, I needed something that I could put in because I always trained with Finn. He would be in the jogging stroller and we would go for miles. He loved to go. And I needed to carry more water with me than just like a water bottle. So I bought this. It's a half gallon. And so I would use it while I was doing all these really long distance runs and I would refill his. So that's what's usually with me. It looks ridiculous though. I will say it's massive. Jen said, I finished my edits of part 3 of a second story and am in chapter 1 of part 4. That's great. How many parts are there? Is it something you could divulge? How many parts are there to a second story? For some reason, I feel like you'd only ever said 4. So is it only 4? I could be wrong. Phoebe says I'm going to I'm going to be getting something later. Tea, but just water for right now. Part of me wishes I had made coffee earlier. And that way maybe the caffeine would have kicked in by this point and also wouldn't have me up super late because I want coffee, but I also don't want to be up forever and ever. 5 parts and an epilogue. Okay. Well, I'm super excited for that book to come out. My gosh. Oh, Phoebes, what are you working on? I don't know that you said. What are you working on, my dear? What am I into? I'm on chapter 5, I think, of book 3. This is book 3. It's the final book in the Guardians of the Six Gate series. I already have a title for this one picked out, but I'm kind of holding on to that. I don't want to release it quite yet. I plan to closer to the release date for book 2, which is Shade of the Shadowlands. Funnily enough, actually, I accidentally said the title for book 3 in one of my vlogs a while back. And I knew that I did that, and I thought about editing it out, and I decided, let's just leave it in and see what happens. And so far, nobody has commented about it. And it was like in there really quick. It was clearly just like a flub on my part, just dropped it in there and moved on. And realized after I said the sentence, oh my gosh, that was the title of book 3. So go through some of my not recent vlogs, but over the last couple of months, go through, watch some of those, and you could actually find the title of book 3. And I have no intention of changing the title. That is the title. I already know that. It's what fits the best for the entire book. That is what the title will be. So, funnily enough, I've already given it away. Phoebe says, new book concept, getting off pretty slow at 338 words, but that's without any planning. That's pretty good going in with not a whole lot of planning. So are you a pantser? That's how I write. Especially now that I've published, I've changed a little bit. I used to always just pants the whole book. But since publishing, I've gotten to a point where I do outline quite a bit, but I never get like a full, really nice outline. I don't hit all the points or all the beats. I get the basics. I leave holes here and there. And then even without fully knowing what those holes are, I just jump in. It's the most fun to me. And I always work them out in the end. Usually I have to write a little bit to get like the character's insight to know where I'm going. So it always works out for me. I'm assuming that those eyes, Jen, are because I dropped the name of the book on accident. Yes. So there is kind of an Easter egg in my YouTube content somewhere. It's only in the one video that, unless I've missed it in another place, but I know that I dropped it in one of those videos, and I know that I also left it in. So, funnily enough, somebody will find it eventually. I'm sure somebody's going to watch it back and go, wait a minute, what book is she working on? I know if I planned it out more, I wouldn't be struggling as much right now, but I want to push myself to write even when I don't want to. That is hard to do sometimes. I typically, at least in the past, I haven't always written every day. And I definitely did not track my words until after I published my first book. But now I track my progress, and I have found that I'm actually a lot more productive, not because I feel like there's more pressure or anything, but because it's kind of exciting to chase the word count to me. And so creatively, it gets my brain going. So I also try to just get words on the page more than I used to. I do attempt things more than just like I used to just write when I had the time or when I felt in the mood. I didn't schedule things out, and now I very much schedule things out, and I am very protective of that time. We'll have to try and find it. It's only been, let's see. It was only a couple of months ago. It was a winter vlog. So more recent than some of them, but I did drop it in there. So I don't know. Maybe that's challenge accepted. Everyone will go and find it now. And then I'll find it all over the internet. People will be posting the title or something. Okay. So 600, 816,000, goodness, 16,862 words. That is where I'm starting on for sprint number 2. Super excited. Every bit of progress just gets me really excited to move on to the next sprint. So I think it is about time for sprint number 2. Don't forget to like the video if you are enjoying our sprinting session. I know I am enjoying all of you guys' company. I might not seem super tired. Maybe I'm just that delirious or something, but I feel really tired. So it's nice to have somebody here with me as I write, and I hope that it's really helpful and everyone else is making progress as well. So thanks for coming along with me. Starting in chapter 1 of part 4. Woo, let's do it. Yes, let's do it. So I'm going to get our timer up. We're going to do another 20-minute sprint. Woo! All right, I'm into chapter 5. Maybe I can get to the end of chapter 5 and into chapter 6. That would be awesome. All right, everybody's ready to go. Let's do it. All right, we are going on to sprint number 2. Ready, set, go. Okay, sprint 2. How did everybody do for our second sprint? Let's see. I am now at 17,499 words. Whew, holy. I am moving right along. Minus 16. So that puts me at, I did even better for this sprint. So I got 637 words written during the second sprint. So pretty pleased with that. That's great. So I'm well over 1,000 words for the stream tonight, and we still have one more sprint left. Woo! Awesome. So, woo from Jen. I'm into chapter 2 of part 4. I did not get all the way into chapter 6. I think I'm at the end of chapter 5. I did have to do a little research to make sure I had the details right, but almost into chapter 6. Should be into chapter 6 before I go to bed tonight because I am planning on staying up. I don't know about any of you guys, but I feel more creative at night. I do my best writing at night, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Like I said, I feel more creative, so it's easier for me to do the writing at night, but also it's when I have a lot more time without any restraints. So I don't have to stop and take breaks for my toddler. I don't usually get interrupted. It's usually just me in whatever time I need, which is amazing. So that's what I'm most excited about this week, is having more time like that during the day. So I maybe won't have to be as tired, but I definitely do my best writing at night. Don't know about you guys. Phoebe said less words, but got more of a flow this time. Sometimes it takes a while to get the vibes going. Good job, Jen. Amy Lee's here. Oh, hello, Amy. Just popping in to say hi. I haven't talked to you in a while, but I have seen some of your TikToks recently. So I know that you've been working on some stuff too. Welcome. Thanks for popping in to chat. If you're just joining, thank you guys so much for joining the stream. Super excited. Let us know what you are working on. Thanks, Phoebes. You guys are great. This is my favorite part of writing streams, is getting the encouragement in the chat going. And it's not just me because I'm hosting the stream, but back and forth between everybody in the chat. So that's the best, the community. Oh my gosh. That's what keeps me doing these and what kind of inspired me to continue doing sprints. So super cool. I know it's been forever. I've been so busy. So have I. I've been living in my own little world because I've been doing all of those different experiments to try and grow my Instagram, try and grow my TikTok. So in some ways, I was really active for a while on those different platforms, but also now that now I'm taking what I've learned and to see how to best balance it. So for a while there was a period where it was just me posting content all the time and not really getting to engage with everyone the way I wanted to. So that's part of what I've been doing recently, is trying to figure out, what is my social media strategy? What do I really want to put my time into for marketing? So I'm missing all of you guys online. So it was good talking with you. Good to see you. We'll have to catch up another time for sure. All righty. Speaking of everything left to do, I normally on Sundays, I schedule out all of my social media, and I decided I was just too excited about writing tonight. So I have not fully planned out my social media. So before I go to bed tonight, I do need to do a little prepping just for tomorrow, I think, and then I'll worry about the rest of the week tomorrow. But need to do a little bit of that. At some point, the world can kind of shut down around you at night, and it's just you and your book without any restraints or responsibilities you have to split your writing time with. That is exactly how I feel about it. There's just kind of like a magic that seems to happen for me working at night. It just feels like my time. I can be in a totally different headspace. I love that. I definitely work best in the evenings. So I think you put it much more eloquently than I did, though. That's exactly how I feel. Amy Lee says, I feel the same way with social media. I'm trying to focus on just Facebook and TikTok. For me, I've been focusing on TikTok and Instagram. I have recently gone back over to Facebook, though. I wanted to join a couple writers groups there. And I found that some people have reached out to me um, just to like share things with me or to celebrate my even just my successes. And I've been missing out a little bit on that community. So I'm trying to I'm not really doing much with Facebook, but I want to check it more just so I'm not missing those connections. And also since I joined some of those writer groups, I want to engage there. So um, yes, I am also moving a little bit more to Facebook. I don't know that you'll see me there and I have any kind of strategy moving forward with that, but um, I'm there more than I used to be for sure. So let's see, where am I? I kind of forgot my word count again. 17, 499. I've just gotten some really fun details in. The timing of book 3 is winter time into the new year. So we're getting around to like a New Year's party, which is fun. Just kind of as a sneaky peek into some book 3 things. There is some kind of holiday or event like that in all 3 of the books. And that also includes like school holidays, since it does take place so much in a high school setting. So in book 1, if you've read Guardians of the Sixth Gate, one of the big events in the buildup for in book 1 was homecoming. And so there was homecoming. And then of course, homecoming is in the fall. So we build from there, we go into like Halloween, Christmas time. And then we're coming out of that for book 3. So super fun. Um, and it's kind of good timing as far as the themes of everything in the book. It's new beginnings, it's the new year. So, and springtime, everything coming new and blossoming. So, that's also kind of a nice touch in the character development. So, really fun. Okay. So, I'm looking here. I'm just about Now I'm kind of gauging my progress here. Oh, wait a minute. I did get into chapter 6. Oh my gosh, guys. I lost track of everything in that sprint. I was just going through the scene. I am in chapter 6. I am 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm 5 pages into chapter 6, guys. Oh my gosh. Holy moly, that's where my brain's been. I'm engaged. I'm on it. So I think with that, maybe it is a good time to move towards the third sprint. If you're not subscribed to my newsletter, pop over to amyprokopis.com. And at the very bottom, there's a bar there that says subscribe to the newsletter. I put them out every month, and it's pretty much the agenda for the whole month. So if you got March's newsletter, then you already know what the themes for all of the YouTube videos are. You also know what I'm working on this month, which is really just book 3 and finishing edits. At the end of March, I'll be finishing edits and doing formatting, and some bits for Patreon. If you're not a Patreon member, you get to read a lot of my books before they come out, or you get a lot of the exclusive content. In December, I wrote Winter Witches, which is a romance with kind of the fantasy undertone. So that was really fun. It's more of a romance forward book than it is the fantasy side, which I've never written before. And I posted that entire book as I was writing it. So the whole book of Winter Witches is on my Patreon. So you can get that when you subscribe to the higher tier, because there are 2 tiers. There's a lower one. You still get a lot of the freebies. You get like sneak peeks at chapters and stuff, but you don't get as much of them as you do with the higher tier. So there's a little bit in that newsletter about what's coming to Patreon as well. And I do plan on putting out some sneak peeks, certain amount on my newsletter. And I do have some of that planned for later in the month since I'll be finishing up with edits. So some of that is coming soon. If you want to see when all of that drops first, it goes out in the newsletters and then it goes out on my social media. So follow them there. Anyway, let's gear up for sprint number 3. This will be the last sprint of the night. I could probably go longer, and I definitely will stay up and write, but I don't know that I'm going to stay up so much with all of you guys. I would love to, but I think 3 is good for the stream. So we'll do one more sprint, another 20 minutes, and then we will all reconvene and call it a night. So here is our third sprint. We have 20 minutes on the clock. Best of luck to all of you guys, and I will see you in 20. Sprint. All right, how did everybody do? So I ended the third sprint at 17,907 words. So pretty good, I would say. 17. What does that put me out for the sprint? What did I gain? So I wrote 408 words in that sprint. So a little bit slower, but still a lot of words. Holy moly. So that puts me at, just for the stream, that means I wrote 1,641. So that definitely puts me over 2,000 for the day, which is great. I'm still planning on writing a little bit this evening also. So I'm not done for the night, but I do think that that is probably where I will leave all of us for the stream. It's been really fun. Ending the stream in chapter 3 of part 4, still trucking along. That's pretty good gains. You've made quite a bit of progress with the sprint then, Jen. Wow, that's exciting. I'm glad. It seems like all of us got a lot done, and there were a lot more of us tonight. So thank you so much to those of you who were new to the stream and popped in. I did see that I got a new newsletter subscriber, so thank you, whoever you are, for subscribing. I just love this community so much. I'm always grateful to all of you that do pop on here, even if it's just one or two of you. There have been many a stream where it's just me also, and that's fine. I still get words written, books still get published. I just enjoy the process, and it's definitely more fun with those of you along to keep me company. So I appreciate every one of you when you pop on here. Phoebe said, I finished what I'm happy I pushed through. Gonna let myself edit it soon. Woo, don't edit too much. Sometimes it's better just to get it all on paper and come back to it later. But I'm excited that you were able to work on that new project and just get it out there. Sometimes if it's clogging up your brain, you got to put it down on paper somewhere. I have an idea. Well, it's not really an idea. I do have a plan for like a spin-off of Guardians of the Sixth Gate, with a character that appears in book 2 in Shade of the Shadowlands. And it is like killing me not to sit down and write that book, because that character and the characters in that story are already so much fun, I can tell. So sometimes you're better off just going ahead and writing the scenes so they're not like weighing on your brain, so you can indulge in it. And I may have to do that also for that series. So yes, I subbed. Turn on notifications. I'll try to join next week too. Thank you so much. Thanks. Oh my gosh, it's been fun hearing about your project. So I can't wait to hear where you are next week. Oh, blogging post, short blog post. Aha. Okay. That's cool. Otherwise, I completely agree. Be careful editing small checks. It is different when they are smaller things. You can kind of edit a little easier as you go. But with like full-length novels, sometimes it's better just to write it all out and come back to it later. But definitely when I write shorter things, I do edit more as I go. Or I write a chunk and then go back to it. It does make it a little bit easier. So thank you guys so much for joining me. This has been a really productive weekend for me. Hopefully it'll be just as productive throughout the week. I thought about doing like a pop-up sprint on maybe like Wednesday, maybe Wednesday night. Maybe we will Wednesday night. I'm not for sure. So there may be another sprint, another stream coming to you guys this week before Sunday. So definitely make sure that you're checking in, and I'll post that everywhere if I decide to do that. I refuse to let myself edit when I'm actually drafting usually. I am kind of hit or miss. For me, it depends on the project and also what I'm writing at that time in that project. This has been lovely. Thank you, Amy. Thank you guys so much. Have a great spring break. See you Wednesday for our chat. Yes, I need to get back to you with an official time, but yes, I am planning to join you on Wednesday. I'm working out some toddler details. So I'm not 100% sure. I have a couple dinners this week also, so I'm not sure which babysitter is free when. But yes, Wednesday, I will see you Wednesday. And I think that puts us at the end for our stream. Thank you so much. Again, I've said that a million times in the stream, but I really am. I'm so thankful for all of you guys and the support I've seen from this community. You guys are amazing. And I will see you guys in the next one, hopefully on Sunday. Bye.